Okay, today we will discuss about midterm English class. Hello everyone, my name is Murti Kenti, Master Student of Guidance and Counseling class 2023. On this occasion, I will present the result of a literature review of 5 articles that I have downloaded about self-regulated learning. I am highly interested to conduct study related to self-regulated learning in the future, especially at the school where I teach. My previous research was conducted during the pandemic transition to normalcy. Exam how I learning in elementary school experience many obstacles, especially in learning motivation to be able to regulate themselves to achieve the expected achievement. For my thesis, I think is how I apply the role of self-regulated learning at a different level, namely in junior high school, with an interesting background. My school is multicultural with both ethnicity, culture, and religion. Because some of these cohort are children who have experienced online school condition and have an impact on offline learning activity. Okay, overview 5 journal of self-regulated learning. The first study entitled Correlation of Learning Motivation with Self-Regulated Learning at Senior High School 1 Tasikmalaya City. The next study entitled Junior High School Students Self-Regulated Learning. Moreover, the third study critical thinking skills and self-regulated learning of students during the COVID-19 pandemic. Furthermore, this study the level of self-regulated learning and self-awareness in science learning in the COVID-19 pandemic era. Last, the study entitled Implementation of Self-Regulated Learning on Junior High School Students of Low Socio-Economic Status. Okay, first, correlation of learning motivation with self-regulated learning at Senior High School Tasikmalaya City. Background study. The study aims at establish a link between motivation for learning and self-regulated education in grade 10, MIPA 9, Senior High School in Tasikmalaya. The method, the research instrument used in this study was the motivated strategies for learning questionnaire, which consists of 2 components, namely motivational belief and self-regulated learning strategies. The discussion, a very significant correlation between learning motivation and SRL can be understood that the 2 aspects are related and work together to clarify the process of student success in the learning process. The conclusion from the aspect of learning motivation provide a proportion of 58% to the ability of self-regulated in the learning process in achieving academic achievement. In comparison, the remaining 42% is the influence of other variable not examined in this study. Next, junior high school students self-regulated learning. Background study. In this case, students are expected to have the ability to adopt a self-regulated learning approach that enables them to success in their studies. Method. This quantitative study employed the observation checklist, the questionnaire, also the interview guides as the research tool. The discussion. The researchers found that a total of 78% of junior high school students in Buleleng sub-districts have already implemented self-regulated learning. Apart from that, there were two aspects of self-regulated which mostly implemented by the student. Those were self-judgment and self-reaction. The conclusion, apart from that, it was also found that there were two aspects of self-regulated learning which mostly implemented by the student. Those were self-judgment and self-reflection, in which those aspects are in self-reflection phase. Next, about critical thinking skills and self-regulated learning of students during the COVID-19 pandemic. Background study analyzed critical thinking skills and self-regulated learning of junior high school students on changed states of matter material during online learning during the pandemic COVID-19. The method used RISCO, focus, reason, inference, situation, clarity, and overview indicator. Data collected have been analyzed in the form of descriptive and quantitative analysis. Discussion. Critical thinking skills and student independence show the fact that the level of critical thinking skill students critical thinking skill level is low, with variance tend to be heterogen. Okay, the conclusion: teacher needs to develop strategies, method, and learning researches, and media learning strategies, and media that are in accordance with learning needs independently in order to achieve higher order thinking skills ability. And next, the level of self-regulated learning and self-awareness in science learning in the COVID-19 pandemic era. Background study. The study explained the level of self-regulate and self-awareness in the science learning process and analyzed student self-regulated and self-awareness in science learning in the era of the COVID-19 pandemic. Method. The design of this study was a modified experimental pre-test post-test control group design. The discussion. The emergence of the COVID-19 pandemic in Indonesia in early March 2020 brought a change in the implementation of science learning in elementary school teacher education course. Universitas PGRI Yogyakarta. They use Zoom application, Google Classroom, and WhatsApp group. Nah, the conclusion: online learning using the Zoom application, Google Classroom, UP Learning, and WhatsApp group can make student more independent in learning. They have self-awareness and good learning achievement. And the last, implementation of self-regulated learning on junior high school students of low socioeconomic. The background study. Their study showed that in the case of young people from poor families who go to junior high school, there is a background for determining where self-regulated learning interventions are used to improve their motivation and ability to learn. The method. This study used qualitative method with a case study approach. The use of triangulation methods for data analysis. Discussion. Become self-motivated to learn, knowing learning style that suits him. Has additional learning strategies. Now the researchers that can be researched can be used to support her learning. Now the benefit of these researchers has a learning goal, can observe the process that occurs while he or she is achieve those learning goals, and can assess or evaluate his or her own learning performance. Conclusion: self-regulated learning intervention help motivate in learning through the implementation of learning strategies, goal setting, and making a study schedule. Okay, in the end of my presentation, thank you for your attention. Thank you and see you. Bye.